Hello, welcome back to Naughty Void Nation. We're watching episode 42 of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. Last episode was a Yorichi episode, and if you're a Yorichi fan, or let's be honest, we're all Yorichi fans after last episode, we've seen her in her cat form and seen her dominate against Eskin. Now, by the end of the episode, we sort of saw Yorichi, the drug that Kisuke gave Yorichi, has worn off. So she's basically unable to continue the battle, and Eskin has moved into his Roastandis stage. And the only person left to fight now in the fight is Kisuke. And while I have seen this in the movie theater, I'm really excited for this episode. I think this was my favorite part of the movie going experience, Kisuke vs. Eskin, because you get to see the things we wanted to see from Kisuke for since the beginning of Bleach, well, since the Soul Society. This is one of the funnest fights, I think, in Bleach, and I also think this is arguably the best Kisuke fight. Maybe Aizen versus Kisuke in the fight Karakura down might still be his best fight, but I think this is definitely up there. That being said, I'm really excited to rewatch this episode again, and again, like I said last episode, it'll probably be more of a commentary than the reaction, because again, I've seen these episodes already. That being said, I'm really excited to see it again, so let's get started. Hey, this is a cool original flashback. That's cute! I'm glad we get to see it again before the show ends. This is such a great flashback. I really love it. It just, you get more of what Orihime loves about Ichigo. That's why it's so great. Damn, that shot is amazing. I will say all the royal guards have really cool Roastandis, cool abilities. Damn, this is why you never speak in absolute. His cockiness is gonna end up killing him. I do love we get Eskin motivation of why he joined the Yurabaha. 世界を3つも潰してその後に何かを作ろうとしてるそんな人が陛下の他にいるか Yeah, but your majesty is messed up. この世の全てを見てきたって顔してるそのあんたが思わねえのか Not if I have to sacrifice my family in the real world. I'm not gonna be curious of a new world. I feel like Kurosaki Mayuri would have wanted to build it himself. He would not want to join Yurabaha. That is so good. I love that. This is... Look at... I love that. Looks so brutal. That also, it disappeared and then reappeared in his eye is so cool. This is what we've been waiting for. I love his back. I love this. Like how it crawls out of this curtain is his bad guy looks so cool. That I love his bad guy. I love it's so good. It's just I love that. I love how quickly it like gets to working on the enemy. I love that them stitching his eyes back together is really dope. That's a cool ability. And how he's using those stitches to move in the air is really dope. I love this. The way they move in this show is so good looking. Damn. I love every damage he's taken, he's fixing himself immediately. But to be fair, Askin's doing pretty well considering Kisuke is using his Bankai and still isn't having a clear victory in this fight. This I love the Grimcho is the one that kills Askin. This is why you go be Cookie, you go be saying that is amazing. That's why we love Kisuke. I still don't understand how he's still. I know he's using blue blood, his like defensive quincy power, but like that's crazy that he's still alive without a hat. This is one of the best quotes from Kisuke in my opinion.
千の備えで1使えれば上等。可能性のあるものはすべて残らず備えておく。それが私のやり方です。むちゃくちゃだな。
That's so true. Like, why would that be insane?
負けたら死ぬっす。
Yeah, like, surely to avoid death, you prepare yourself. You prepare as much as you can, so you can make sure you win the fight. I love it. This is why Kisuke is one of my favorite. How is this guy still alive? Damn. It's all these royal guards have like this final move to like bring the enemy down with them. But this is how cool Kisuke is. He prepared now to, in case something else happens, come and rescue us. You have to go in your child format to go in and then out.
任せちゃってすみません。黒崎さん。
I really love this. Like, he's done his part, now he leaves the rest to Ichigo. Same with like Sri Sri, when he won his battle, he's like, I'll leave the rest to the other guys. I really do like that sentiment.
任せた。頼むぞ、井上。
I love this. Ichigo like, hi. I need you to have my back. He's finally relying on Orihime. I'm just immediately attacking. I won't even allow him to talk. I love that like he can see how powerful Ichigo's spiritual pressure is.
俺の親はあんたじゃねえよ。
黒崎一心か。あれは仮初めの父親に過ぎぬ。
Bro, that's Ichigo literally the only one that has a good dad in so many animes. Oh, this is a nice plan by Isada. Nice. This is cool, cause like that completely changed this fight compared to what it is in the manga. Nice, look at, I love Orihime coming in clutch.
何をかましむことがある。奴は死すべくして死んだのだ。
This guy, I would bench him for saying that. That would piss me off so much.
幸福があるか。
This new form they gave Stan Hasroll is so dope. I really like that they gave him a new form. It's like his own roasting dish.
突撃だが、何のためにその女を連れてきた。
I don't underestimate Orihime, you dickhead.
流行るな。お前は全てを吐き出し尽くして死ね。
That's crazy. Honestly, Yurabaha is just pissing me off with the things he's saying. Yeah, that was episode 2 of Cour 4. It was definitely my favorite bad in the 3 bad episodes that they showed in the theater. I didn't realize that the flashback they showed would appear in this episode. It's my favorite actual scene of all 3 episodes with Orihime and Tatsuki talking about Ichigo. Because it just develops Orihime relationship with Ichigo a bit more than it was in the manga, because now we know more reasons why she like loves him, and then it really comes back together now at the end of the episode with him like relying on Orihime to defend him, and she being like, now this time is like I can protect him this time, which is really great to see. It's a great moment for Orihime. And even in the fight against Yurabaha, you see her defended Ichigo really well. That being said, we finally got Kisuke Bankai, and his Bankai is really cool. The idea of everything he touches, he can basically recreate it or reconstruct it. And we kept seeing him like fixing himself, healing his eyes after he got blinded was really dope. Him creating a trial so Grimjoe then can enter the gift ball and kill Askin. It's a really cool thing that Bleach did in the ending, but it's like you saw a bunch of people using the Bankai, but the Bankai did not. Was it the reason they killed? Like Mayuri didn't really win his fight with Patina, whatever. I can't pronounce Patina name right. Stand with the Sea. He needed Namu to like do her thing, and that would actually kill her. Sri used this guy, but again, wasn't the one that they could deliver the final blow on Stan with the Lily Barrow. That's his name, yeah, Lily Barrow. It was Nano who like came in with the sword that reflected the light, and even then, Lily Barrow is still around because like he's with like these little I don't know, like he has little forms. They look like flamingos. But that's attacking the Soul Society. Akira's there to basically protect Soul Society. And then with the Kisuke battle, Kisuke versus Askin, Kisuke was honestly gonna lose the battle, but he was smart enough to bring Grimjoe into it, so Grimjoe got the kill, and then he needed now to come and save them. And that's one of the reasons why Kisuke is like one of my favorite characters, just because of his like brain and how he utilizes other people's strengths to like make sure they win the fight. And like that line at the end where he's like, I don't predict the future, I don't prepare, I just have multiple plans in case one plan succeeds. Because who goes into a fight, who goes into a battle with no game plan, with little preparedness? Because if you have you prepare little, it will be a difference between life and death, and that's a really cool line. But yeah, so we only got one royal guard left, which basically the Vaisas right now are fighting, and then it's Yuabaha at Housewell at Isida. They are completely changing the Isida at Hasbro fight, which I think is really good because I think that the fight that probably needs the most improvements. But like giving a Hasbro like a roasting dish form, even though technically it's not, it's sort of using the power of Almighty to create this, or probably actually the power of the Soul King, to create this sort of roasting dish form for him. That's really cool to see. And then next episode is going to be really great seeing Ichigo and Yuabaha fight. That being said, this is definitely my favorite of the 3 episodes that we saw in the theater. And on a rewatch, it's my favorite. That being said, I go wait for next week. See you guys next time. Bye.